this area, we think, so always we think a little different kind of opposite situation. So it's here is we think the head, connect the head out of the head of area. Make sense? And so this is like the body, right? And then this, the root or something is the finger and is the leg and the toe something. Make sense? So if we have some kind of problems on our head, if the root area is better than others, and has no circulation or so is the numbness something, we use this branch something. Make sense? Make sense? So it's like because it's really narrow, it is thin. So it's like look like the nerves. The figures, right? It's really thin and narrow and long something, right? How is our body has a lot of nerves? Make sense? So then time to use the here. So this is our spine or body area. Make sense? And then so is the a little longer branch, is used arms and something. So and then a lot different kind of things like some ginseng. Ginseng, right? Here is a really strong energy because ginseng is almost a root, right? Ginseng is just a root. We don't use this area. We use only here, root, and a lot of yang energy, right? So we think about our body. Here is yang energy, right? And this area is yin energy. We have two kinds of energy, yang and yin. Yang is like some fire and heat and some more active something. Someone said, oh, some activity, our body is active, but just we stand, just we didn't move something. Always our brain is working, right? Our head is inside our head is working. So it's yang energy. So when we use some kinds of yang energy, so we use the root. But here is more, a lot of energy. So when you eat this part, what kinds of things happen to us? Last time I told you. Vomiting. What kind of vomiting? Blood. So long times ago, some culture is like some Asian culture. So like China and Korea. So the king want to die once. That time they use sometimes is the other weapons, but that time use some kind of tea, like toxin for the toxin something. That the part is here. So they drink the tea and so suddenly they vomit the blood and they die. Someone is dying, someone is not dying. Because it's a really good energy here, right? So I heard some people, they when they were young, they drink this part a little bit every day, make used to their body. So that kind of times they drink this kind of part. No, it make a good herb for them. But just the regular people, family, is really strong energy. So this part is so when you eat the ginseng or something, it's cut out and then in. Right? So many herbs, so we make some herb tea, we don't use that, this part. It's really strong. So yeah, it's the same situation. You have some kind of fever, a lot of fever. That time you have the bleed, so the blood bleeding something, right? In nose, right? Someone has a lot of heat, have a bleeding in their nose, right? So similar situation. It's something is make of blood bleeding. Okay, so and Tisha, can you read the 42 and the application?
Application for acute disorders treats their manifestation, bleeding, vomiting, diarrhea, common cold. For chronic disorders, treats the root, no back pain due to weak kidneys, and simultaneous treatment of the root and the manifestation, coughing with cold lamb and kidney in deficiency cannot grasp chi, or weak body constitution with common cold.
Right. Yeah, so it's yeah. So yesterday, some patient come to my clinic. So his ankle is really swollen. So when I pressure there, no raising. It's really so like some we said just like elephant's legs. It's really big. And then so when I checked his body, he has, I think his kidney has a kidney indeficiency. So kidney is energy not good, so circulation is really bad. Also, his spleen is also is not good. So we use that. Okay. Here is a liver, right? Heart. Is a spleen. Is a lung. Is a kidney. I think the first is the kidney problem. No, the spleen problem. So he ate really, how to say, beer. He likes beer. Every day he drinks beer. The beer is really, the category is really cold food. So our spleen like warm, not cold. So the spleens in energy is reduced than before, right? And make a lot of the water in his body. So because the spleen control the not the water, the damp, right? It's a dampness, make some dampness. And the dampness is connect the water, right? It's no circulation, have sometimes swollen, and when we wake up in the morning, so our hand and the finger is really stiff and swollen, right? This problem. This night, you ate a lot, and like pizza or something. Next morning, what kind of things happen to your face? Swollen, right? Like moon face, really. So, what's the problem? This problem. So this problem makes this problem, right? Right? Because the spleen connects the lung and the kidney here. Because spleen didn't give the energy to the lung. Because spleen is a lung's mom, right? So no support to the lung. Lung and kidney is make circulation. when you're breathing, make a circulation, right? And something is a toxin or other thing is the through the kidney and get out, right? But it's a really low energy. And then it's a make really low, right? And the lung don't control the kidney. So he has big problem, spleen and kidney. So he said to me, he asked me, how many times for the treatment? And then he's make a good type of circulation. He said 1 time, 2 times, 3 times? No. What? He drinks a lot of beer for long times, right? So maybe 3 or 4 months before the swollen is beginning. So maybe if he wants treatment, same month, 3 or 4 months, have to treatment. And he have to change his lifestyle. If he didn't change his lifestyle, the symptoms come back. Right? Make sense? So our organ is really connect something. The kidney, someone is just it's not circulation is not good. Just the kidney problem? No. Spleen problem is first. Because they eat some kind of bad thing. So they had a problem, right? And then the problem affects the kidney. This kind of systems in the organism. So, and the meaning is the cloning. Cloning something make a weak the kidney end, right? And then and sometimes we have a lot of cough or so have a phlegm, right? You have some phlegm. It's just the lung problem, right? Lung problem, right? What is the lung problem? Has if the lung has a kind of problem, so the lung attempts here. Liver is how to say the liver connects our pain, right? It's chest pain or something, makes some pain. Pain makes some stress, right? And there's a lung problem, and so lung is really bad. Lung didn't control the kidney. Also, kidney has some problem, right? And the lung has a problem. Cloning is just only one symptom. Is keep a long time, and the next have a next symptom. It's cloning. Okay, Vanessa, can you read the next page? 43.
No more treatment. No more treatment. 正知 Heat is treated with cold. Cold is treated with the heat. Leaking is treated with the stabilizing and bleeding. And stagnation is treated with movement. Treating disease according to season, environment, and individual. In addition,
one way is it's really easy. Cool, cold with heat, right? And the stagnation, the make with the moving. Something is swollen is with stagnation, right? Liquid is stagnation in your body. So have to make a movie, right? So it's to move. And so it's a really easy way. Think about that. It's just easy. No, it's not easy. I mean, it's some kind of what is it? Fever. Use the cold. Cold category is the herbs, right? And it feels cold. Cold, right? Cold is the cold meaning is use the warm category warm herbs, right? And the other thing is the have to okay the wind. So inside we have wind. You think just outside wind, but we have inside some heat make a wind. Make sense? What kind of wind? You think what is the wind? Shaking something. Sometimes someone is shaking, right? Parkinson's disease, shaking, and dizzy. The dizzy is something is a maker from the plant. It make a dizzy, but dizzy is a different thing. Dizzy or vertigo is some when I stand just I'm standing or sitting. Outside is the area is like make some circle, right? Oh, it's really is a and I just stay there. What is the other thing is moving, right? We said is this that kind of thing is different. And just my body is shaking or outside is moving. It's a with the wind. So what kinds of herbs stop the wind? So we have some herb. The herb is really so it's amazing. The inside what is the herb has a flower. Outside there's no wind, any wind, but the flower is moving, shaking. But outside has a wind, the flower is stopped. So we use that kinds of herb. The herb make us stop the wind. So yesterday, my sisters they talk about my mom's dizzy situation. So they say that go to the hospital and take the MRI or something. So just I read that I didn't answer anything. But my mind is I will make some herb tea for her, right? It's stop the wind. It's her is dizzy something. So the brain have to check the brain. Why is it possible? Because sometimes the wind make us strong. So that time we use this kind of herb. The herb will stop the wind inside, not outside, inside. And sometimes this herb's effect is maybe this kind of wind, right? The herbs make this kind of wind. So it's the meaning is stop the wind, right? This kind of wind, but the herb is reverse the way. It will stop the wind. So the wind this kind of herb. 이게 한국말 천마예요, 천마. 천마 들어보셨죠? 천마가 풍을 잡는 얼굴이에요. 풍 들어보셨죠? So, and so we use this kind of, so wind, stop the wind. Stagnation, moving. Heat, make a cool. Cold, make a warm. It's really easy, right? And dry, make a humid. humid, make a dry. So cough and mucus, the meaning is humid, damp, dry the damp. Use that kind of heat, make a cooler something, right? It's really easy. Okay. And then next, poem. Poem. Have pencil? Okay, right. Can you read that? Oh, is the next is the 43 painting. Next to the treating disease. Yes, yeah.
The orderly arrangement of ingredients in the formula is called parity in fluid chapter 74. Next, which primarily treats the disease in shape and which aid the shape is the duty. And next, which is found for the duties avoid. Here we know fish should see or observe the discussion of the brain and stomach. Note that the knowledge of the shepherd separated, reducing them and system and avoid follow the dosage of the duty cannot be allowed to be greater than the shape. The program of ingredient in the purity of the formula are the chef, duty, assistant, and reward.
And so is when we make some kind of herb prescription, so we don't use the only one herb. Just someone the symptom. What is the main something? Is wind or just like circulation or headache. So we think what is the main character? So and it's make some one thing is a chip and the other thing support some kind of that thing, right? And sometimes is the decoction. Decoction is just like water. You know, this black color or brown color, right? The taste is really is bad, right? Bitter or something. It decoction. But the decoction is really good way because the digestion is really good. Other thing is just because the how to say just make a tea how to say. Long time ago is just the original way to make the decoction. It's like some kind of right, this kind of pot. Here is a paper. This is just a jar. It's not stainless, just make how do you say the ceramic something like so. Not glass, just 이거 토기를 영어로 뭐라 그러지? 혹시 아세요? Boat is from the China, right? Like from China, right? Right, that kind of a thing. And here is make us a fire, and inside the water, and earth, and 2 or 4 hours is boil. Long hours. And then after this, and make squeeze something and make some kind of just one bowl just liquid and drink that. Really strong taste. So these days, many people don't like that kind of tea in America. It's in Asia is good, but is the Americans don't like this kinds of things because the taste is really repeated. And the other thing is the powder. Powder is the ingredients are ground of the right. Linda, can you read that? Type of formulation.
Decoctions, ingredients are placed in water or a mixture of wine and water and then boiled for a specific period of time. The liquid is strained and ingested through the mouth. Advantages: 1. Easily absorbed by the body. 2. Effects are strong and immediate. 3. Easy to modify. Disadvantage: 1. Expensive, time-consuming, difficult to prepare, but tasty.
Yeah, it's expensive because have to how to say it, like some water or fire, right? And if someone's working, right? It's really expensive. So and then, but it's a good way. Is easy to modify. Make a water, right? So it's a really easy way. And then next powder is Tisha. Can you read that?
Powder santi ingredients are ground up and sifted into a relatively uniform powder. When either ingested or applied externally, they can be taken directly. They are followed by a liquid or the draft, which is to boil the powder for a short time in a relatively small amount of water, 1 cup, and ingest the liquid that is strained. Powder can be applied extremely, blown into the nose or throat. Advantages: 1. Convenience in preparation. 2. Ability to store for a long period of time. 3. Lower cost.
Right. And then, so is this way is two kinds of things. Sometimes the lower cost is a different thing. Some company made this kind of thing. Its cost is really cheap, but just the regular is not cheap. So and then this is how to keep a long time. It's a good way. But decoction is not keep a long time. Sometimes someone make a lot of things just for 1 month, 2 months. But it's make a food, right? Is it keep a long time is good? No. No. It's the same thing as food. Make 1 time and keep a 1 month, 2 months. Is good? No good. So it's the keeping a long time is used just the powder is better. Make sense? And then so pills. Vanessa, can you read that pills? 46. Page 46.
Pills. Ingredients are honey, corn, or or liquid or other viscous ingredients added. And long pills are formed in general pills and absorb very slowly and over a long period of time. They are commonly used for treating chronic disorders associated with efficiency. One might be used for acute disorders when needed. The most common types of pills are made with honey, water, or paste, a past or foam from concentrates. Other advantages: number 1, easily stored as compared with decoction. Number 2, easily ingested as compared to decoction. formulation of choice with a formal clause over ingredients that should not be concocted. Pills made with honey, from herbs plus processed honey oils. Honey is heated to a temperature that preserves its adhesive characteristics, but makes it easier to work with. A mixture of bismax or seasoning oil is also added to the honey to prevent it from sticking to purchase pills. Honey makes the pills moist and lubricating and has a moderating effect on the honey. Particularly tonics, they are traditionally rather large in size, ranging from to juicy in diameter.
Right. And the pills, you know the pills, right? So it's sometimes a little the taste is really bad. Something is really makes a pill. Just put it in mouth and the water is done, right? To make that. So like sometimes for the diarrhea or constipation, right? The times we use that kind of things. It's like a lot of fiber or something. So make it and then just a drink is done. So and sometimes we use the different kinds of pills. If the pill is really expensive. So I don't know the Chinese name. You said 공진당 is sometimes really. Have you heard it? 공진당. So it's really expensive. One pill sometimes is $100. Just my thumbs back this size, $100.
One pill?
Yeah, one pill. $100. It's really expensive, but it's a really good herb in there. Something is just someone is 35 or 25 or something, but it's the real good pills. One pills, $100, over the $100. It's really expensive.
For what disease? For what disease?
It's the medications, how to say, history is from the, is the one, the Mongolian, Genghis Khan, you know the Genghis Khan? Yeah, Genghis Khan's, he built some country, how to say, dynasty, right? It's some doctors, he made that period for the king, only king. Because the king's job is really hard, right? Control the whole country and control the people. Sometimes have to go to the battle, right? And then so really tired job. So is the pill is good for that kind of symptom. Really tired and no energy. And if someone will die, this one pill is make alive. It's a little bit fake, right? But it's that kind of things. So last year, 2 years ago, my father, he passed away for his lung cancer. So almost any time, I really worried about my father's so it's the symptom. So I made that kind of herb, and I sent to Korea for my father. So before the herb, the pill, he didn't eat anything, just a little bit water. So I give the herb. So one day after he ate 1 tablespoons the rice. And the next day is the half bowl, so he can eat. So my mom and my family is really surprised. Wow, it's a really amazing herb, right? But these days it's really expensive. So something is really fake. Yes, we have found a lot of fake kinds of things, but it's real is really good. So, and my experience, what is the cost is really higher than other herbs. So just I made some time for my family. So just my mother-in-law, for my mother-in-law, and for my son, and then sometimes not for me because it's really expensive. So I made that and give to my family, not for me, right? So, and then my son, he studied hard. So when he take a test for 1 week or 2 weeks, he didn't sleep for his study, for his test. So the times he ate the pill, and then he can right. He's how to say that he recovered his condition. So just I made something and then to my boys and to my husband and my mother-in-law. She also is really older, so that time is really good. And then, but if you are young, it's no problem, right? Just become the older or a really hard job is really good. So sometimes I feel really tired. I want to eat that, but it's one period really expensive. So I'll give it to my boys, my son, or my husband. And then my mother and father, right? My father is passed away, but he really loves the pears. Some pears is really expensive. Just for example, right? And then next, 지금 책 가지고 오셨어요? 책이 없으세요? Right. 그러면 다시 또 책이 누가 있지? 지금 책이 안. Can you read the page 47?
Self-extract ingredient of similar foods or vegetable oil until concentrate with syrupy or gummy consistency food. Self-extract may be used internally or externally. When taken internally, the self-extracts are those made from prolonged culture, liquid injection, and semi-solid injection. Liquid extract liquid from decoction and as a basic quantifier of cane sugar. Simple sweet and primarily used to treat children.
Right. This is like some ointment. Sometimes we said just I don't know the Chinese name. You said 자원고. It's like some kinds of ointment. It's or something is have some kind of infection or something here. 고약 같은 거 있죠. It's put there. Is the herb is how to suction the how to say the inside is the infection something. So that kind of things. But it's a make a big hole. And the syrup is like some kinds of herb, but it's make a long times boiled long hours, maybe 24 hours or 48 hours. 1 day or 2 days boiled and make with a sticky some kind of thing, make a syrup. Just 1 teaspoon or 1 tablespoon, just it look like syrup and it look like really sweet, but never sweet. It's really bitter. 이 경험 없고 이런 거 들어보셨죠? And then medication line. Linda, can you read that?
Medicinal wines directly are yielding soft ingredients in rice or certain wine or other spirits using alcohol as solvent. The wine mixture is warmed and the breath discarded. The resulting liquid may be used internally or externally. Wine itself is considered to nourish, invigorate the blood, and unblock the channels. These are often used for treatment, chronic deficiencies, or the pain associated with wound, dampness, or trauma.
Yeah. Sometimes, did you see some kind of snake in the alcohol? Did you see that? Or some is really good wild ginseng is there is something, right? Alcohol and then so my friend's father, his how to say it, his habit is how to say like some how to gather some kinds of alcohol. Something is true snack in there. Something is like some kinds of spider in there. Or is sometimes is some animal or some root, a lot of things, also a fruit, right? What is the alcohol is good for our circulation, right? It's too much alcohol is not good. Just the alcohol is really make a good circulation. So the herb is when you take the herb and the wine is make a really good circulation, right? What is the snake? The snake is good or bad? You think? Snake. Snake has a toxin, right? So the alcohol and the toxin is the added alcohol is the like the make the lower the toxin quantity, right? So it's make a good circulation, but if you have some damage, it's not good. Like some heart problem or the liver problem, that time is really bad. Because our liver is control the toxin, right? So the liver have a really weak, but the toxins come to our body or have really big damage. Okay, so and then Elise, can you read that next one?
Los Angeles, grinding the ingredients into powder, which is formed into ingot-shaped tables, sometimes with the addition of paste, honey, and or other excipients. It can be ingested or applied externally.
And the next page, continue.
Tablets, PNC, processing or extracting the active parts of the ingredient, adding a filler, and forming the result into tablets, usually under pressure. These tablets may be easily coated sugar or enteric coat.
Yeah, it's just sometimes we make some kinds of like tea, but if someone that put in the honey. So my friend, he has really lower energy, so he wants some kinds of herb tea, and I made that, but the taste is really bitter. So he put in the honey, raw honey in there, So when he drink that, not it's just one time, just 1 month after, when he drink that, he feels a little how to say the acid reflex. So he asked me, "Is the teas make the acid reflex?" No, I think honey. Honey make that because the honey is a hot herb. Sometimes many people use the honey, right? So the honey is really good, and they don't use the sugar, and they use the honey. So honey make a heat. Heat make a reflex, acid reflex. So if you feel so cold, the honey is good. But if you didn't feel so cold, the honey is not good. Honey is just herb, right? Sometimes the baby, not babies, the children, they eat a lot of honey and they die because of the fever. So it's have to check that. So feels really cold, honey is good. Not good. Not is have some fever. Is if your body have a fever or something, honey is not good. Right? These days a lot of information for our health. So they used a lot of herbs. But they didn't know that it's correct or no, it's incorrect, right? So I have to check something. It's category is really important. And then poem. Can you read the next? Granule.
Granule decocting the ingredient of the sweet concentrate semi-liquid remain a stabilizing usually straight ground out strong from the decoction water cell is added broadly mixed with the concentrate. The resulting mixture is made into granules that shifts through the surface of seaweed or rolled out like pasta. Go through a series of rollers, after which it is cut out or crushed. The granules are dried and may retain their potency for a long period of time. They are quickly absorbed, stronger acting than most pills and tables. Here are more convenient. Injection, extracting the active ingredient between a sterile solution that can be administered by injection. These are delivery of active ingredients is precise, fast, and effective by interaction with the injecting system or food.
Right. Do you know the injection? Shot something, right? So sometimes someone use the shot for the head, for good skin or direct so go to the out of the blood, right? In Korea it can do that, but America no, it's illegal. Injection have to use only the NV. Is Oriental medicine doctor is no. We use only the needle, not hole in something. Needle and herb. You can use that. And sometimes someone use some injection. Injection is like my types of medical doctor is we can use that. Just the MD Western doctors can do that, right? So if you go to some other Oriental medicine company and the clinic, is the times injection is really good. It's illegal. It's really bad situation because America has a lot of problem, AIDS or something, right? So other country is really lower than America, but it have a lot of things. So the injection is a really dangerous situation. And now is the so some herbs has we have the single herb has some categories. So like some heat, cool, something, right? Have a lot of things. So next semester we learn about the herbs category. So what kind of herb is the cold? What kind of herb is the hot or warm or other things? Reduce the water or something.